For this job on the, like I said to Roy, you put under your hats, will you? It's a surprise for Joy, my lady friend.
Oh, I'm sure Joy will be thrilled.
I'm going to spring it on her when the time's right. Well,
We went to the Soul, didn't we, Lily?
good old Brad, eh?
Yes, good old Brad.
He really helped me out this morning, you know.
So I hear.
And I was just talking free tea. I mean, I was that nervous about the interview, and you as Brad being so kind and helpful. It kind of put me at the ease. Ray Gables, a good worker there. Make sure you look after him.
Is this a good time to talk, Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm just on the green heading home from a lunch.
Oh, you're not far from the ball then. Do you want to call back in and we
No,
can
no,
have
no, if it's about the job, you can tell me now.
Is anyone with you?
No, I'm on my own.
Chelsea.
Look, Brad's here and all, he's between shifts, but he don't count.
Well, if you don't mind me telling you over the phone.
No, just say it.
I was very impressed by the way you conducted yourself this morning, Chelsea.
But
But what?
there's a but coming, I can tell.
No. The job's yours. If you still want it.
Oh, thanks very much.
You got it.
Do you?
Do I what? Want the job?
Yes.
Yes, she does.
Oh, what's that?
No, button it, Brad. Like I say, thank you very much. I will have to think about it, though.
Oh,
What?
But I'll give you a call later today, promise. Bye for now, though. Bye.
He's offered you the job,
Yeah, of course he has.
and you've said no.
No, I said maybe.
Why?
Because the tea room's offered me a job too.
They both said yeah. How do you do that, Chelsea?
By being too good to turn down.
So you're going for the tea room.
I'm going for the one that makes the best offer.
Who's that?
Well, they're both offering the same. But it's not going to stay like that. That's going to change.
Sorry.
Ah, Brad, I was waiting for you.
I'm late, I know, I'm late.
It's a minute past 5. That's hardly late.
It is though. It's supposed to be on at 5.
Don't worry about it. I just wanted to see you before I went home.
Me? Something else gone wrong?
No?
What have
No?
I done this time?
Nothing. No. I just wanted to say, after Nick said what he said...
About the pastry?
No.
The swirly pastry?
Just listen for a minute, will you? No. What it is I think Mick's right. You know what's important. You want to help people, like you helped Mick.
But he wasn't a guest though.
I don't think that matters.
He was a passer-by.
What I'm getting at is, I've been too hard on you, Brad. Too critical.
Oh,
Pointing out your failings all the time.
that's all right.
I'm sorry.
I do get things wrong
I
sometimes.
should be more tolerant.
I do know why that is though.
Do you?
It's what girls do sometimes.
What is?
Secretly fancy someone and then give them a hard time to cover up their true feelings.
Do they?
Sometimes I don't even know they're doing it. But I have to be completely honest with you here though, Lily. I have a girlfriend and I'm not interested. I know how you're feeling. I've known for some time. And I'm flattered, honestly I am. But, well, I'm in love with Mia.
I don't know what to say.
I don't want you to worry about it or anything.
No, I'll try not to.
Someone will come along for you in time.
Thank you.
So I'm sure you'll find someone.
I suppose I'll just have to wait.
We do get on though, don't we? We sort things out between us, you and me. The cases and the thing. We're a bit of a team.
Oh, we are definitely that, Brad. Bit of a team.
There you go, Natasha on gin and tonic.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway, she then said she called me and told me what she decided.
And she's done that.
Yeah, she called in about 4:30 and said she
No,
decided...
don't tell me. She said that she'd had another offer.
Yes.
And they were offering a bit more, but she really wanted to work for you.
Yes.
So could you possibly up your offer?
How do you know this? Just a minute. You're not Chelsea's other interview.
Yeah,
What? So you've made the higher offer?
No.
No.
No. She's paying us, Kenton. She said the same to me. She'd rather work for me, but you are offering more money.
Oh, crafty. And she interviews so well.
You have to admire her cheek.
So will you offer her more? What do you think? Leave it. The offer's what it is.
Take it or leave it. But I also think we should make her wait before we tell her.
Yes.
say we return to consider.
A week?
Yeah, that should do it.
I was thinking, Auntie,
Yeah?
if we rejig this our timetable a bit, we could possibly fit another lesson in for the weekday afternoons.
Yeah, we could, I suppose.
You're not keen on the idea.
Oh, no, I don't mind either way.
You don't sound keen.
It's not that, Alice. It's just that I still feel I'm treading on eggshells.
Why?
Why do you think? When Kate and I tried to talk to you
About drinking. Yeah, I know.
for which we have apologised for our unwanted intrusion. At least I thought we had.
Yeah, you did, both of you. But there was no need. I was the one to say sorry. I see that now. I overreacted. In fact, I did say sorry.
Yeah. It's just I thought I could detect, a sort of residual resentment.
No.
Because we did overstep them.
No, you didn't.
You were quite angry, darling.
I was, I know. But then I had a word with the doctor about it. I had to say sorry to her too. And she said what I should have realised from the start. That you came to see me, you and Kate, because you cared. I should be grateful to have people like you on my side. So, what can I say? I'm sorry my sorry wasn't clear enough.
I'm sorry.
It was meant to be.
Sorry I didn't pick up on that.
So, can we stop saying sorry now, do you think?
I don't know. You think we're forgiven?
Oh, fully forgiven. And me?
Oh, darling, you already did it.
So, it's best to be honest with each other. I now feel I can face the world.
The world and whatever it wants to throw at us.
Well, summertime too, at least.
Right, Mick, we ought to get on. There's stacks to do.
That's what I'm here for, Kirsty. Rewilding volunteer reporting for duty.
So, you know what the day's about?
No.
No.
And no, Rex didn't go into much detail on this, so Roland said he could do with some help.
Then I'd better explain.
And I was feeling well set up on the job, so I offered.
Basically, this is Primrose.
Primrose,
Yes, and we're running...
they've got their own day.
They do. We're running school workshops. Most people years 5 and 6 using Primrose as a kind of starting point. You know, for artwork, wildflowers in general, bird watching.
Hey, lovely stuff.
And today, we have special guests.
Whoa. Wow.
With a couple of Felpersham teachers. So they can do the same sort of thing in their schools.
Good idea. A keen rewilder then, the mayor.
Apparently, this is the initiative.
Sneaking, we've got extensive road closures in for the 44th London Marathon.
Party and the Lord Mayor to at 11.
And it's all hands to the pumps, right?
Could be all to a problem. No primroses.
Oh no.
Plan was to walk along a specially prepared primrose trail, all properly signposted.
Nice.
With primroses either side, to where we're holding the workshop. And then set them off making their pictures.
But you've got no primroses.
Not enough. There were more yesterday. And we had a school in and some of their kids helped themselves.
So, supplies are depleted.
A row of signposts indicating next to nothing.
But there's primroses in clumps.
I know.
Well, dotted about. Loads of them. You just need to repurpose your signage.
Do we?
Make a new path.
Can it be done?
Well, we'll see. Where's Rex?
In the office, checking the workshop packs.
Right, give him a bell. Tell him to come along as soon as he can and lend a hand.
And you can mark out a new pack by 11.
Well, it'll be a winding one, but always the most interesting, aren't they?
Come on, Harry. Pick up.
Yes. What?
Oh! I was beginning to wonder.
Right here, waiting.
Guess where I am?
No idea.
In the tap room. I just love the smell of tag.
Tap. What for?
Tidying up. Between lessons. Harry, is you all right?
Why did you write?
Well, you don't sound it. Harry, are you still there?
I'm here.
I'm Just checking in, like I said I would. Haven't heard from you since Tuesday. And,
Damn useless thing.
what's the matter? What's wrong?
Oh, sorry, Alice. I dropped the glass. It's rolling on the blessed floor. Just a minute.
No, wait.
Let me just pick the damn thing up.
Leave it. How long have you been drinking?
What?
You're drunk, Harry. How long have you been drinking? Harry!
It was dark. I started in the dark.
Right, where are you?
Here. I'm still in here.
You're on your mobile. You could be anywhere.
Home. I'm at home. Let me just, Ah,
What is it? What's the matter?
my back hurts. I was just leaning over it.
Are you on the sofa? Harry, lie down on the sofa. Can you hear me? Right, just lie down. Don't drink. Don't try to do anything. I'm coming over.
No, Alice, no,
You
don't.
need someone with you.
I'm fine. There's nothing wrong.
Right, stay where you are. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Mick!
Ah, Kirsty. There you go. Look.
That's tremendous, Mick. Thank you. But
New path staked out. It goes winding up that little slope, round the bushes.
something else has cropped up.
And it's primroses, all the way.
It's fantastic, Mick. I'm really grateful. Honestly, I am. But I've got so much to do.
Oh, they'll get done. Things always get done.
Not on their own, they don't. Someone has to be behind them, pushing and shoving them into place. And you know the latest?
I don't think so.
I've just had a call from the Lord Mayor's office. Was I aware she was gluten intolerant?
Were you?
I didn't instinctively know, no, if that's what you mean. I naively relied on being told things like that.
So she goes without biscuits.
Well, not just biscuits, Mick. I bought her a cake. A gift from the Rewilding Project.
That's nice.
Well, not anymore, it's not. A beautiful Primrose Day cake it was, decorated with yellow ribbon.
Oh, I know.
I was spent cutting bits of ribbon to make primrose petals. And there it sits on the office desk, rich and moist, stuffed with gluten.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. Why don't I nip off down to the Bridge Farm tea room and see if they've got anything gluten-free?
Oh, Mick, would you?
That's no bother to me. And you can display your Primrose Day cake as a work of art.
Not to be eaten. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, to the kids.
No. Cake and kids? The health and safety disaster area.
Fetch Martha for me, could you? This afternoon.
This afternoon?
Yeah, I know, short notice. Just fetch her from nursery and keep an eye on her until I get back.
What's wrong, darling?
No,
Is there some sort of problem?
no. I was talking to some prospective clients the other side of Manchester, and I sort of promised I'd call on them face to face, and they've asked if I could do this morning, like now.
Can't tell, I'm afraid. I've got an appointment in Borchester myself. Could they rearrange?
I'll try Dad.
Or Chris?
No, maybe not Chris. I'd called on him for Tuesday.
Well, I'm sure Barney will like a shot.
Well, if you can, yes. And if not, we'll just have to rearrange, won't we? Honestly, Auntie Lillian, don't worry about it.
So, this is the famous cake.
The famous primrose cake, yes.
Looks like a cracker of a cake, Kirsty. But we're no good for a worship.
And too risky for kids. So it's yours.
Mine?
Why not?
What about you? Or Rex? You won't break your socks off.
You're a volunteer. You did out of sheer generosity. It all came together because of you.
It was a smashing morning.
Three buns.
Should have been cake.
No, they were perfect. She loved the workshops. She said they might get me and Rex in on a consultancy basis if we try something similar near Felpersham.
That'd be wonderful.
Honestly, Mick, it couldn't have gone better. Thanks to you.
No, me.
You saved the day. Twice. Take the cake.
No.
Take it, or I'll turn nasty.
Oh, you don't want that, do you? Thank you. I'll share it with John.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, Joy the lady.
No, I don't.
You know, she's the main reason I went for this job. Birthday was. Give me a foothold. Be a bit closer, you know, to John.
Good luck to you then. Both of you.
Like I was saying to the Lord Mayor, though, it's a surprise. So, do you mind?
What?
You won't breathe a word about it, will you? It's a secret.
Take that shirt off, Harry. It's in a terrible state.
Well, come on.
Yes, and over your head. Such a mess. Wipe yourself up with a towel. There's a clean shirt from the wardrobe.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
But, Harry, right, this is Lillian. I'm going to have to take this. Just keep quiet while I talk to her. Yes? Hello, Auntie Lillian.
Alice, you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
I changed my appointment so I can look after Martha. If you still need me.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
Well, I thought I'd help.
Well, I fixed it though, it's all good. Kate's picking up Martha, and honestly, it's all right. In fact, I'm with this people now, so...
Oh, your potential clients, that's marvellous, darling.
Yeah, I ought to get back to them.
Do you want me to have a word with them? Will that help?
Oh, I don't think so now.
Alice, I can't do this.
Who's that?
Alice.
Are they actually with you now in the room?
Oh, look, I'm sorry, I have to go.
No, it's all right, of course.
Bye, Auntie Lillian. I'll tell you all about it.
Alice,
Sorry about that.
She was trying to help. Trying to help, but I had to lie to her.
Oh, I forgot. Keep you quiet. I forgot the shirt.
This is what I'm doing now, lying to my family. I can't keep doing that.
No, you shouldn't. I don't want you to.
Yeah, but it keeps happening. I keep having to lie.
You put me on my feet.
No.
You're my lifeline.
Oh, I can't be that for you.
But you are. You are.
No, listen to me. You have to understand. I feel I'm being dragged into a pit. I've been there before and I can't let it happen again.
But it won't.
But I can't help you anymore. I keep clearing up after you. Please, please find a way to help yourself. I want you to help yourself because I can't do this anymore.
Was written by Nick Warburton and the farming and countryside advisor is Fiona Mountain. It was directed in Birmingham by Dave Payne. The editor is Jeremy Howe. To give a profile of the founder of Parkrun in a few moments, our comedy at 1:30 stars Zeus the police dog, Alfie Moore's canine assistant. Then at 1 it'll be The World This Weekend and Johnny Diamond's choices.
Thanks, Tom. Gideon Falter was told by a police officer he could not cross the road during a pro-Palestinian demonstration in central London because he was openly Jewish and the police were worried about the reaction to his presence. A ham-fisted police apology suggested he was attempting to provoke. We'll hear from Mr. Falter why Jews feel they can't move through the nation's capital anymore, and why he says the Metropolitan Commissioner should now resign. All of that coming up in just under 3/4 of an hour on The World This Week.
Many thanks, Johnny. Now on Radio 4, it's time for Profile with Stephen Smith. A very energetic Stephen Smith.
Oh, hi there. I'm just completing my training for the London Marathon this weekend. But I want to talk to you about the subject of this edition of Profile, the founder of Parkrun, Paul Sinton Hewitt. One second, I can't think in all this lycra. Oh, that's better. Yes, so anyway, Sinton Hewitt. He's a remarkable case of someone who had a good idea and ran with it, all the way to establishing a worldwide community of runners who share coffee, cake, and a sense of community with each other, not to mention the odd blister. The London Marathon sees thousands under starters' orders this weekend, but even more runners will have mustered in parks around the country on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock for Parkrun. They're there for the 5K workout, but also each other's company. A system of barcodes devised by Sinton Hewitt means they can keep tabs on their times. To many of them, it's the highlight of the week, and they love putting it all on TikTok.
I got post on his height plus first pump.
So wake up, get dressed,
jellyfish. And you run 2 laps from one end of the beach to the other.
Fans of Park Run owe it all to a middle-aged, out-of-work man who was in the throes of a painful divorce when he dreamt up the idea. That was Paul Sinton Hewitt 20 years ago. To understand how he created the many-legged beast of Park Run, we need to retrace his pounding footsteps all up to 1960. Born in what was then Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe. He had a less than idyllic start in life, according to his wife, Jo.
He went into care at the age of 5, and that wasn't a very happy experience. You know, he had to be very resilient, and he had to be very protective of what was his. So I think that has led him to be quite driven. He can be quite persistent when he wants something. He can be quite impulsive, and you know, if he sets his mind to something, he'll work and work and work at it.
Sinton Hewitt found himself at a school in South Africa, modelled on British public schools.
and 800 metres on the track. So, you know, from an early age, I think that is where he felt he was most comfortable and where he could stand out differently from everyone else.
As well as being no slouch in a pair of running spikes, Sinton Hewitt would also don the motley for the school's Amdram productions.
He did, unfortunately, do a lot of Gilbert and Sullivan. Pirates of Amdram is the one that always sticks in my mind. Paul caked up with makeup, and his maritime boot T-shirt is an image that's seared into my brain.
Sinton Hewitt was becoming a dedicated runner. He entered distance events, including marathons, with his friend Bruce Fordyce.
Nice to see you,
No, Fordyce. Close.
Well, I noticed with Paul that he was very determined, and that I saw in working on his own running, in trying to improve and to be the best runner that he could. I also noticed, and obviously it was reflected later in his parkrun contribution, that he was very willing to help people and to be a volunteer and to make things happen and to see if he could help other people improve their running and achieve their goals and ambitions.
When Bruce tackled the grueling 87-kilometre, 54 miles in old money, Comrades Marathon in South Africa, Sinton Hewitt was his backup guy, his racing doula, if you will.
He was a great second. He was kind but firm, and most importantly of all, he didn't seem to mind me being a bit of a prima donna and screaming and shouting when things got a bit tense.
Sinton Hewitt moved to the UK and found work in IT. He settled in London. He was married and raising a family. But by the early noughties, things were looking a bit bleak for him. He confided in his fellow running enthusiast, Duncan Gaskell.
Well, we were going through a tough time in our lives, in that Paul had been made redundant, if I remember rightly. We were both not long divorced, and we had distant relationships with our children, so we feel a bit sorry for ourselves. And this kind of brought us together, I think. And so we would meet regularly for coffee in Teddington. And I mean like 3-4 times a week. And just kind of talk about our lives. You know, we were both runners with a local running club. My best days were past me. I'm still running fairly well. And Paul was trying to run probably as seriously as he'd ever done.
Fate had been slipping boulders into Sinton Hewitt's trainers.
But he was about to come up with the idea that would change his life, and not just his. His vision was Park Run. Now, it would be all too easy at this point to do the obvious thing and play a bit of Blur's Park Life again, but that's not who I am. Duncan Gaskill watched Park Run taking its baby steps.
One day he just announced to me that he was thinking of starting a weekly time trial. I said, what are you talking about? And he said, well, I'm a member of a club in South Africa, and they used to do these time trials every month, and I'm thinking it's a good idea to have one here. So a week later in a coffee meeting and said, I've got a course in Teddington. And I said, now you're talking, I'll be happy to help you with that. So with the help of his running club, who helped him with a handheld timing device, he set a date for the beginning of October. And I said, well, I might not be there for the start. I mean, it was all very low-key. You know, I was a bit blasé.
People have been jogging for years, so what's different about Park Run? Eileen Jones is an ardent park runner and author of 2 books on the subject. So come on, Eileen.
It's not really about running. It's a way of life, it's a family, it's connecting with other people, it's sociability. Yeah, you go along and run, but you also drink coffee, eat cake, talk to friends.
Sinton Hewitt's other innovation was to introduce digital technology to update runners on their performances and build a database of the Park Run community. However, Duncan Gaskill says the system wasn't particularly sophisticated at the first ever run in southwest London's Bushy Park.
I said, well, what do you want me to do? Well, when people finish, if you could lead them to the back of my car, there's a clipboard, a piece of paper on, and if people could put their names, their email address, I'll be giving them a disc with their position on it, put down their position. And then when I get home, I'll put the times in and I'll send them all an email. And that was the first park run.
Eileen Jones.
You just carry a barcode with your own personal identity barcode. When you finish a park run, you're given a finishing position token. You then show that to one of the barcode scanners. And like magic, maybe an hour or so later, depending on how many runners the volunteers have got to deal with, you get an email and a text message with your time, your position, your age category.
Things were looking up for Sinton Hewitt. He might have hit the wall, the runner's great obstacle, but he was coming out the other side again, brushing off the brick dust. He met Jo, the woman who was to become his second wife, at a salsa night.
We were both members of running clubs, and we had a friend who was a member of both running clubs, and she knew that I was single, and she knew that he was single, and she was going to be running the London Marathon and needed to fundraise for her charity. So she organised a salsa evening, a big lesson for, say, 100 people. And as we arrived at that, she said to me, "Oh, will you look after Paul tonight?" And she apparently said the same to him. So we ended up dancing most of the evening in the salsa class.
As Sinton Hewitt threw himself into his new running idea, Jo found herself a stats widow.
I wasn't a big fan of park run in the early days because I enjoyed the Saturday mornings and the coffees afterwards, but then Paul would spend the rest of the day working on park run and improving the system and doing the results, really, adding people into the results, because it was all a kind of manual thing at that point. And then throughout the week, he'd go to work, come home, and go straight to his desk to carry on doing park run stuff. So he had a full-time job, and he was full-time working till, you know, late into the evening on with park run stuff.
Park Run has grown by leaps and bounds, more bounds than leaps, and there are now more than 2,000 park runs in over 20 countries. Sinton Hewitt talked to the BBC in 2018 on the 14th anniversary of Park Run in Bushy Park, where it all began.
Everybody is looking to do some sort of personal best, no matter where you are on the scale, from 45 minutes to 15 minutes. Everybody's improved by a little bit. So all those improvements are important. Obviously, we have very, very fast runners, and then we have people who walk, and we're very, very proud of our walkers. Our average run time has dropped significantly over the 14 years, and that's an indication of more and more people getting active.
Even the Prime Minister has had a go. There's now a children's 2K parkrun. You don't need to pay anything to take part, though the parkrun organisation, a charity, charges groups to set up a run in their neighbourhood to cover the cost of the tech. Everyone's welcome at a parkrun. But how have Sinton Hewitt and team dealt with a ticklish subject that never would have occurred to them 20 years ago? Trans women runners. Russ Jeffries is CEO of Parkrun.
So we've had a policy in place for a number of years which is around self-identification, and we also want to ensure that everyone feels welcome to participate in any way that they feel able to. So fundamentally, Parkrun isn't a sport, so it's a community event, free to participate in. It's been the policy since about 2017-2018. I think there's been a bit more focus on it recently because of the wider conversation about trans participation in sport.
Well, I can't hang about. I've got to jog on. I'm on that exercise app that everyone's got, Couch to 5K, FC. But first, Hugh Brasher, director of the London Marathon, says Sinton Hewitt's parkrun idea has revolutionised running.
Quite simply, that is the most amazing organisation. It's their 20th anniversary, and it really is I call it a social revolution, and it's amazing. For Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning, people running 5K, or kids on Sunday morning running 2K, and it's helping the nation get healthier and hopefully happier.
Sinton Hewitt's tough as old boots running partner in South Africa, Bruce Ford.